A long time ago, at the foothills of the mountains, there was a small village called Nurabad. The village was inhabited by simple people, with mud houses and earthen paths. The villagers were poor, but rich at heart and hardworking. Among them lived a poor family, headed by a man named Hamid. Hamid was kind-hearted, but fate never seemed to favor him. He worked all day as a laborer in others' fields, sometimes cutting wood, sometimes carrying bricks, yet poverty never left him. His wife, Zainab, was patient and wise, always trusting in God. They had 3 children. The eldest, Imran, who lived in a world of dreams. The middle child, Aisha, who was hardworking and intelligent. And the youngest, Ali, who was still very young. Imran despised poverty. He would often say, "Father, will we always remain poor? I don't want to live this laborious life." Hamid would smile and reply, "My son, if you work hard, God will show you the way." But Imran feared hard work. He wanted to become rich quickly, without effort or patience. He envied the wealthy villagers and secretly wished that some magic could give him everything in an instant. Near Nurabad, there was a dense forest, known as the magical forest. The village elders said that fairies lived there and that within it lay a fountain of wishes, which could grant wealth without labor but at a very high price. No wise person dared enter the forest, but Imran's heart, blinded by greed, ignored the warnings. One night, he sneaked out of the house and headed toward the forest. In the heart of the forest, he saw a glowing fountain, beside which stood a beautiful fairy. Her dress shone like silver, and her eyes held an enchanting depth. The fairy said, "O human, why have you come here?" Imran quickly replied, "I want to be rich, without working for it." The fairy smiled, but it was not a joyful smile, it was a warning. "I can grant you wealth, but remember, what is gained without labor brings no peace." Imran, without thinking, said, "I accept." The next morning, gold coins were scattered across Imran's courtyard. The villagers were astonished. Hamid and Zainab were fearful. Zainab asked, "Where did this wealth come from? It does not seem good." But Imran was deliriously happy. He immediately built a big house, bought expensive clothes, and flaunted his newfound riches. Soon, however, strange things began to happen. He could not sleep at night, his heart felt restless, his friends were only interested in his money, and most of all, his heart felt empty. One day, the same fairy appeared again and said, "You gained this without effort, now you must pay the price." Suddenly, the gold turned to dust, his friends disappeared, and Imran fell gravely ill. Hamid wept and said, "O God, forgive us." Aisha showed courage. She said, "Father, we must start working again. This is the only way." The whole family began working once more. Hamid returned to laboring, Zainab started sewing, Aisha taught the children, and Imran, now having learned his lesson, worked sincerely. Over time, their circumstances slowly improved. Blessings returned, peace came back, and above all honor. One night, the fairy appeared in a dream and said, "Today you have learned the truth. Remember, wishes fulfilled without hard work are not blessings, they are tests." Dear children, this story teaches us that anything gained without effort is temporary.